business model canvas. Risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. The business model canvas is a strategic management tool that lets you visualize and assess all the building blocks within a business, especially during start. It's a one-page document containing 9 boxes that represents different fundamental elements of a business. Historical notes. The business model canvas were initially proposed in 2005 by Alexander Osterwalder, a Swiss business theorist, author, speaker, consultant, and entrepreneur known for his work on business modeling. Based on his earlier work on business model ontology. Since the release of Osterwalder's work around 2008, new canvases for specific niche have appeared. Why do you need business model canvas? The BMC provides a quick overview of the business model and is devoid of the unnecessary details compared to the traditional business plan. The visual nature of the business model canvas make it easier to refer to and understand by anyone. It's easier to edit and it can be easily shared with employees and stakeholders. The business model canvas can be used by large corporations as well as startups with just a few employees. Ito po yung business model canvas na binubuo ng key partners, key activities, key resources, value propositions, customer relationships, channels, customer segments, cost structure, at revenue streams.
Parts of business model canvas. First, customer segments. These are the groups of people or companies that you are trying to target and sell your product or service to. Segmenting your customers based on similarities such as geographical area, gender, age, behaviors, interest, etc. gives you the opportunity to better serve their needs, specifically by customizing the solution you are providing to them. After a thorough analysis of your customer segments, you can determine who you should serve and ignore. Then create customer personas for each of the selected customer segments. Yung customer segments, ito yung para mapili mo yung mga customer na dapat mong pagtuunan ng pansin para hindi ka na mahirapan, para alam mo na yung mga solusyon na dapat mong gawin sa mga pinoprovide mo sa kanilang mga services. Types of customer segments: mass market, niche, segmented, diversified, multi-sided. And types of market segments: demographic segmentation, psychographic segmentation, behavioral segmentation, geographic segmentation. And the second one is customer relationships. In this section, you need to establish the type of relationship you will have with each of your customer segments, or how you will interact with them throughout their journey with your company. There are several types of customer relationship. Number 1 is personal assistance. You interact with the customer in person or by email, through phone call or other means. Number 2, dedicated personal assistance. You assign a dedicated customer representative to an individual customer. Self-service. Here you maintain no relationship with the customer but provides what the customer needs to help themselves. Next one is automated services. This includes automated processes or machinery that helps customers perform services themselves. Communities. These include online communities where customers can help each other solve their own problems with regard to the product or service. Co-creation. Here the company allows the customer to get involved in the designing or development of the product. For example, YouTube has given its user the opportunity to create content for its audience.
3. Channel. This block is to describe to your company will communicating and reach out your customer. Channels are those points that let your customer connect with your company. Diyan ito nag-describe kung paano ka makicommunicate sa customer mo saka sa yung kumpanya. Channel is prayer is raising awareness of your product or service among customer and delivering your value proposition. Daw channel is isang play role na raising awareness ng yung product at service sa mga customer, nagdi-delivering sa may value proposition. Channel can also use allow customers to avenue to buy product or service and post for case support. Ito yung mga katanungan sa may channel to reach your customer. How are we going to tell about customer segment about value proposition? Where we are customer? Are they on social media? Are they driving their car and listening the radio? Are they a event compass? And do they watch TV at 7 p.m. on a Friday night? So, sa channel ngayon yung mga nakikita sa halimbawa dito Facebook, sa TV yan napapanood para advertisement for key activities. The key activities of business are the action the business undertake to achieve the value proposition for the customer. The following are some categories are example of the activities. Ito yung sa may key activities. Ito yung mga action na nangyayari sa yung business. Ito yung may tatlo tayong category. Production, problem solving, platform. Sa production, ito yung mga design, manufacturing, device, or product in significant. Problem solving naman, ito yung mga finding new solution to individual problem faced by customer. Sa platform network, ito yung mga creating ng meeting platform. For example, yung mga Microsoft provides doon operating system support, third-party software update. Number 5, key resources. Next, you should think about what practical resources are needed to achieve the activity action of the business. This is where you list down which your key resources are the main inputs you need to carry out your key activities in order to create up your value precision. Ito naman yung mga sa key resources. Ito nga sa mga pinagkukunan mo ng resources kung paano ito mga sa activity. Ito yung mga several types of key resources: human, financial, individual, physical. Sa human, ito yung mga employees. Sa physical, ito yung mga pera, credits. Intellectual naman, ito yung mga brand, mga copyright. Sa physical, ito yung mga equipment, inventor, sa building. Number 6, key partners. Key partners are the external companies or suppliers that I will help you out of your key activities. These partnerships are words in order to reduce risks and acquire resources. Key partners, ito yung external company, yung mga supplier na nakatutulong sa ating mga activities sa partnership. Nagre-reduce ng risks and resources. Ito yung mga nakakuan sa types of partnership. Strategic alliance, partnership between non-competitors. Sa competition, strategic partnership between partners. Competition is the operation between companies that engage in both competition and cooperation or the same competition. Sa joint ventures, partner developing, ito yung one. Bubuo ng bagong kampanya. Buyer-supplier relationship, ito yung kailangan pagtitiwalaan at tiyak na kalidad yung pagkukunan mo. Number 7, cost structure. In this block, identify costs associated with the operating business model. You need to focus on evaluating the cost of operating and delivering on your value proposition. Creating revenue stream and maintaining customer relation. The following serve as guide question. Determine complete cost. Sa cost structure, ito yung one. Kapag yung isang business na kailangan ma-maintain yung relasyon ng customer sa mo. Ito yung mga katanungan. How much does it cost to achieve my business activities? What are the costs of my key resources and key partnership? How much does it cost to achieve the value perceived for my customer and user? Are there additional costs to running a business? Legal insurance. Ito yung mga dito yung hindi mo inaasahan na paggagastusan mo. Sa kunwari ayun sa customer mo, ayan, o sa mga empleyado mo, kailangan yung mga insurance, sa mga additional cost sa pagpapatakbo ng kumpanya. Ayun lang.
So, number 8 po, revenue streams. Revenue streams are the source from which a company generates money by selling their product or services to the customers. So, dito sa revenue streams is, ito daw po yung pinagkukutan po ng pera ng business natin sa pamamagitan po ng pagbibenta po ng product or servisyo po para sa customers po natin. And this block should be described how business will earn money. Plain and simple. So, dito po sa revenue streams is pinapakita po natin, dinidescribe po natin yung business natin kung paano magkakaroon po ng kita. There are two types po ng revenue streams. Transaction-based revenue and recurring revenue. Sa transaction-based revenue is made from customer who make a one-time payment. Number 2 is recurring revenue made from ongoing payments for continuing service or post-sale service. Number 9 po is value proposition po. This is the building block that is the heart of the business model canvas. So, yung value proposition po natin is ito po yung heart po o yung puso po ng ating business model canvas. Dahil nakasaad po dito yung mga problema, yung mga kailangan, yung mga pain points po na kinakaharap po ng mga customers po natin. This should be unique or should be different from that of our competitors. If you are offering a new product, it should be innovative and you are offering product that already exists in the market. It should stand out with new features and attributes. So, ito po, example of a business model canvas. So, ganito po yung example po ng business model canvas. Andyan po yung customer service, customer relationship, channels, key activities, key resources, key partners, cost structure, revenue streams, saka po yung puso po ng ating business model product, yung value proposition po. Next po is, yung una po is customer segments. Sa customer segments po, kailangan po natin identify yung mga age, body build, gender, availability, and their.
So, lipat naman tayo sa customer relationships. Ano nga ba yung magiging customer relationship natin sa business model para sa gym natin na tatayo? Yan. Nalalagay lang natin yun is personal assistance during training. Sa customer relationship yan, may dedicated na instructor para ma-assist yung mga customers sa kanilang training para matutukan sila ng maayos, para makuha nila yung result na gusto nila. Next naman is yung channels. Paano nga ba maipopromote or maabot yung mga customers yung business na yan, para maipag-communicate or maabot ng business yung mga customers? Pwede silang may pag-usap or may pag-communicate through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. Tapos, pwede rin yung mismong pumunta na sa gym and then pwede rin nilang mabasa or makita yung mga promotions or advertisements sa mga magazines. Pero mostly talaga through social media kasi yun na yung pinakagamit ngayon na medium sa channels. So, next naman is yung key activities. Key activities yun yung mga regular na ginagawa sa business para mag-work yung business, ganun. Yan, regular na gagawin. Syempre, gym, personal assistance training. Syempre, lagi mong gagawin yun para ma-maintain yung business mo kasi pag di mo ginawa yung personal assistance training yun, edi para saan pa yung gym mo, diba? Next, maintenance, para maging maayos yung business, para hindi masira yung mga equipments, para ma-maintain lahat ng mga equipments. Next naman is promos. Regularly, magkakaroon ng mga promos para lumago pa lalo yung business, para mas tangkilikin yung business. Then, syempre, marketing, para lalo pang tangkilikin niya ng tao, para ma-discover pa na ibang mga tao, and para lumaki yung business, makilala sa, kunyari, sa buong lugar nyo, para makilala. Syempre, gagawa ka ng marketing strategy. So, next, pagkatapos naman ng activities ay yung key resources. So, ano nga ba yung mga key resources? Yan, pasok doon yung bride employees para mas tangkilikin yung gym mo ng mga tao. Syempre, mas dapat yung mga pleasant yung mga employees mo na handang laging tumulong and sumagot sa mga queries or questions sa mga customers. Then, syempre, ano pa yung gym kung wala equipment? Syempre, pasok sa key resources yung mga equipments ng gym. Tsaka yung mismong gym mismo, yung pinaka-key resources mo yun kasi hindi ko matatawag yung gym kung walang mga equipments, ganun. Wala yung lugar na yun. Next naman is yung key partners. Ito yung mga partners na kailangan mo para mag-work yung business mo. Unang-una, equipment supplier. Para magkaroon ka ng mga equipments, syempre dapat magkakaroon ka ng suppliers. Meron kang kukuha na ng mga equipments mo. Next naman, certification and agency. Para maging ayos yung business mo, para mas pagkatiwalaan ng mga tao yung gym mo, kailangan magkaroon ka ng mga certificates, kaya part yan ng key partners. Next naman is advertising company. Para lalo mo ma-advertise yung business mo na gym, kailangan mo may pag-partner sa mga marketing or advertising company para mas marami pa yung maabot na tao na para ma-promote yung business mo.
Cost structure. Ang cost structure, tinutukoy lahat ng gastos at expenses na natatamo ng isang kumpanya habang pinapatakbo ang isang negosyo. Ang panghuling hakbang na ito ay proseso ay mahalaga dahil makakatulong ito sa iyong kumpanya para masuri at malaman kung naaayon ba ang lahat ng gastos mo sa iyong kumpanya o nalugi lang. Revenue stream. Ang revenue stream sumasaklaw sa magkakaibang pinagmumulan ng kita kung saan kumikita ang isang organisasyon sa pamamagitan ng pagbibenta ng mga produkto, pagbibigay ng mga serbisyo o kombinasyon ng mga pareho. Ang mga pinagmumulan ng kita na ito ay maaaring mag-iba sa kasalukuyan na maaaring umuulit batay sa transaksyon, batay sa proyekto o isang halo na iba't ibang uri depende sa partikular na katangian ng pagpapatakbo ng negosyo o organisasyon. Value proposition. Ang value proposition ay kaugnay ito sa mga pangangailangan at kagustuhan ng mga customer. Ang bawat segment ng customer ay may iba't ibang pangangailangan at katangian. Kaya ang value proposition ay kailangan na ayon sa disenyo. Example, health and fitness program to lifting weight and cardio, ensuring customer satisfaction and with certified instructor and friendly staff. Which come from not knowing what you're doing. A big business starts small.